Hello and welcome back to the Practical Life. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. Um, there are a lot of people that ask me or even tell me, they say, I feel like I'm not successful, I don't know what that means, what would that look like for me? So today we're going to be talking about the 5 steps to become successful in whatever capacity you feel like fits your situation. So I do have some notes here. If I look down, don't mind me. But the first thing is that you need to determine what success means to you. Now, for some people, success could mean having a lot of money. For someone else, it could mean being the best mother that you could be. So you need to just sit down and kind of, examine your situation and really think about what that means to you. Once you have that, you're ready to move to the next step. You may want to ask yourself some questions when you're thinking about what success means to you. The first question, again, could mean what does it mean? The second thing is, what does it look like to you? What would your life look like if or when you feel like you have become successful? What kind of car would you have, for example? What kind of house would you have, for example? What kind of or what career would you be in, for example? So what does it look like? The third thing to ask yourself is, again, and that kind of goes along with what will it look like, but how will you know that you are successful? Will it be when someone else takes notice of that? Will that be when your family is able to do X, Y, and Z? So how will you know? The second step to becoming successful is to formulate your plan. You want to make sure that you have specific steps in place to get to your goal. So, and whatever goal that is, that could be the time where you feel like you feel successful. For example, your goal could be to become a doctor. So you want to make sure that you set up those specific steps to do that. The first thing is you want to make sure that you do your research. How many years of school will you need? How many, what college will you go to? What medical school will you go to? You want to put those specific steps in place so you're following those steps to your dreams to become successful in whatever it is. So make sure that you formulate your plan and have your steps. You also want to have mini goals when you are completing those steps. So say for instance, the first step is to complete, 4 years of college. What do you need to do in order to complete 4 years of college? So those will be your mini steps. So that way you'll have a specific plan in place for that specific goal, and you won't feel like your goal is so big or so vague to where you feel like, oh my God, I have to do all this to meet it. It's going to take me so much time to meet that goal. Make sure you're writing down mini steps so that way when you complete those mini steps, you will feel accomplished. Also, you want to make sure that you put a finish line date. You don't want to be writing many goals and, big things for you to become successful and you're not really sure in your mind when you're going to finish. Some people just say, oh, it might take time, but whatever time that is what it's going to be. But you want to make sure that you have a finish line date in place. That way, you can kind of gauge how much time you have to meet your mini goals and, to check off your big steps and things like that. So it could be to finish college in 4 years. I will finish college by May of 2020, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you have a specific date, in mind so that you are getting closer and, to what you need to do. The third step to become successful is to stay organized. Structure is key. You want to make sure that you're structured in your steps. You want to make sure that you are doing a little bit every day to meet your goal, to become successful. And again, whatever capacity that is for you. It helps you to stay on course when you are organized. And also, along with that, you want to make sure that you are following through with your steps. You know, with being successful and meeting your goals, there is no half stepping, and that's just, you know, that is what it is. There's no half stepping. You have to make sure that you're following through with every goal and every step that you have for yourself. The fourth step in becoming successful is to examine your circle. Now, this is very important because a lot of people are, I mean, there are so many intelligent people, so many people that are so intellectual, so many people that have a lot of potential to be very successful in whatever the capacity is, but they're hanging around the wrong people. You need to make sure that you are hanging around people that have those are somewhat some of the same goals in mind. You know, the goal to be successful, the goal to be a happy person, the goal to be, you know, great in your career, in your community, those type of things. So you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with that type of circle. If you are, if your main five are people who are hanging around at home all day, you know, drinking, smoking, or whatever, most likely those are the things that you are either interested in, or those are the things that you're doing too. So either you're the person who is doing those things with them, or you're the person who's trying to get them to get out of those things. So you want to make sure that you're examining your circle. Also, you want to do your research and start reading about volunteering for certain people or places that you aspire to be like or in. So for example, if your goal is to be a teacher, you know, look up some of the most successful teachers in, you know, in your area. Look up who was the teacher of the year in your area, and and read about what things made them get to that point. Maybe those are some of the characteristics that you have, or some of the things that you want to take along in your journey. So you know, just make sure that you're examining your circle and researching your inspirations and your who you aspire to be like. And sometimes examining your circle could also include family as well, not only friends but family. Sometimes certain goals that you have, your family may not be you know, may not go along with those specific goals. They might not feel like it's the best fit for you, but you have to do what's best for you in the end. So, you know, it could be not cutting your family off, but just not telling them some of the goals and the steps that you have, you know, in trying to become successful. Just kind of moving in silence and keeping those things to yourself. Very important. And number 5, be patient. This may be the most important step to becoming successful. Success doesn't come overnight. You know, it really takes a lot of hard work. It really takes a lot of staying focused. It really, you know, takes a lot out of you. But if it's something that you really want and you're committed to doing it, and then you have to be patient. It will take a while, but time moves fast. So, you know, if your goal, again, the previous example that we had of becoming a doctor, if your goal is to make sure that you know, finish those first 4 years, those 4 years are going to go by so quick that you're going to be like, wow, it seems like it was yesterday. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this, you know, helped someone today. Please share if someone needs some encouragement today. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. If you have any questions about any other topic or want me to talk about a certain topic, please leave it below. Again, please share this video, like, and subscribe. And until the next time, I will see you guys later.